guys, it's Alon, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my recreations of all 4 sets of farlands that I built in my Minecraft creative map. Now, there are a few other regions of the farlands in this map that I will show you, so be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video for that. But here is my recreation of the original set of farlands, the original farlands. Now, the repetitive terrain in this section over here, the positive Z edge farlands, is because I originally planned for this region to be based off the Bedrock Edition farlands, but now I plan for it to be based off the farlands in the 64-bit mod, and the farlands over here are just based off of beta 1.7.3. Now, one thing I changed recently was I actually had the height of the tops here, the stripes at the top here vary instead of always being at 118 or 119. So instead of the farlands looking like they were cut off by a height limit, I instead just made it look like a more natural top. But now let's head into the corner farlands. So as you guys can see, I actually did build several layers to this. I actually did build a few layers to this. All right, and over here, I just built the typical plateaus and basins at the top that one would expect at the top layer of the corner farlands. Let's dip down below here, just to show a more cavernous area that I built more recently. There is a water spring here, but you guys can't see it, or you can barely see it. All right, so now just head to /b/tilde 1250 All right, so you will see as the map loads in that I built my recreation of the Farthest Lands around here. Alright, so I did build the round artifact here according to the layers of the corner farlands, and so anyways, and the way I did it, I actually built this the first time I tried recording this video, but my mic was off for whatever reason, and that it was rather frustrating. But the way I build these is I build a round artifact right here, sort of artifact right here, and bring it down. And then I just put the stone on the bottom, and I built a smooth transition into it right here. And then I just extend it out in this direction. There. But now it's, there. So now let's head into the corner Farthest Lands. So my recreation of the corner Farthest Lands. So let's head back up to the top here. And while the corner Farthest Lands at the top actually look pretty much like super flat, as you'd expect, showing the lower layers require me to use my night vision potion here. So now let's head in spectrum mode, dropping down, dropping down, dropping down. So the corner Farthest Lands actually aren't all flat and are actually prone to these diagonal artifacts like I built here. And here's another layer, which I actually based this off of a layer that I actually saw in the corner Farthest Lands when I was investigating that a few months ago. So yeah, so let's just fly off in this direction here. And eventually you will see that, not over there, let's head this way. Eventually you will see that I actually recreated the biome fill farlands that would generate at almost exactly the chunk overwrite limit. And here's the corner. And so note that I actually put the stone basin, the stripes of stone basins here. And I use sandstone and desert biome. And the corner biome fill farlands, I put the all dirt variation. You can see here, I'm actually not finished filling this out. But now, you will see a sharp change in the terrain that I built right about here. So this is actually meant to be a recreation of the Farthest Lands that I showed in my last video. So now let's keep going. That to the left is actually a recreation of something that I mean much later on that I originally planned to put here. But here's the diagonal cliff that marks the end of the Farthest Lands. I recreated that here. And this will be all flat when the map is actually done. Anyway, and finally, here is my recreation of the Farthest Lands that which I showed in a video that I made a few weeks ago. So the Farthest Lands, in case you didn't watch that video, are pretty much like the Farthest Lands, but much larger, and even combined with the corner Farthest. And so I built this here in pretty much the same way as the Farthest Lands that I showed a while back. And finally, and to give you guys the best view, I will actually drink our milk. So we can see what this looks like without night vision. And this will actually be all grass at the top. I flash filled area of dirt. Let's fill out some of this area right now. And here's the corner Farthest Lands, which are really nothing special. So at this point, you may notice that we seem to be missing something. A while back, I uploaded a video entitled Minecraft: The Real End of Terrain Generation, in which I showcased the thinning out and eventual stop to the corner Farthest Lands when you get into like the septillions range on both axes, and how the train would just completely stop and go into ocean and open out into only ocean and bedrock about 90 septillion blocks away. So, well, I actually recreated that effect right here. You can see there is a thin layer here that I built that actually stops in a diagonal line, in a diagonal line along a 4x4 grid. And that's actually because the interpolation intervals are 4 blocks. That will actually occur because the interpolation intervals in the X and Y axes are 4 blocks. And I recreated the pillar lands that I saw in that one Reddit thread about the Skygrid in beta 1.7.3 down here, or like where they tried the same coordinate scale trick that I did, and they got pretty much a result similar to that. And right there is the world border in our map, which I have at 6,400 blocks, or 400 chunks away from the main area. So you might be thinking that's it, right? No, actually. Let's head to 3850, not 4060, 3850, 100, negative 3850. When the map loads in here, you will see that the northeast corner, the one not the one I showed at the beginning of the video, but the other one actually of my recreation of the Farlands. So here is again the Farlands based on beta 1.7.3, and now I actually plan for the North Farlands in my world, which you guys can see right here, to be based off of the Bedrock Farlands. Now if we head into the corner Farlands here, you will see that I actually recreated the Skygrid of the Bedrock Farlands. And not only that, but I also recreated the stack artifact at the beginning. And that looks like the stack quickly thinning out into the Skygrid. And I actually built this mostly by hand, and some of it using fill commands. So let's head off in this direction. And over here is the Skygrid in the Badlands biome, which looks pretty cool. Now let's head to the northwest corner. Actually, no, let's head to the southwest corner. I actually haven't built very much of the ocean right here. So I originally planned for this corner to be another Skygrid, but now I plan for it to be the corner to resemble the corner farlands from the 64-bit mod, which are really just like the regular corner farlands at the beginning, but then become more repetitive up until the Fartherlands. I just realized I haven't finished enough of the side farlands here, so let's actually head to the northwest corner. There, so you will see that I based the west farlands off of the farlands when modded back into some of the 1.17 snapshots, which looked much thinner and more geometrical, and actually somewhat easier for me to build. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Let's head back to spawn. And the map download, if you want to check this out for yourself, the map download is in the description down below. And my game is really lagging, as this is the one place where spawn is laggier than the Farlands. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing to my channel for more, and click the bell and hit all for all notifications. And goodbye.